Hey, it's Dashia D.
And it's JStan.
And welcome back to In Retrospect Podcast, where we look beyond the surface to find understanding.
Bringing you laughs, knowledge, and culture.
So sit back, relax, and join the convo. It's been a while, y'all. It's been a while.
It definitely has been. We're back. We got a lot of interesting topics that we're going to get into today. The first topic for today will be discussing Aries Spears and his comments about Lizzo. If you have not heard yet, he's called Lizzo everything but a child of God. But most may say he's a comedian. Maybe it was just jokes. Maybe it was for real, but we really don't know. But when you do watch the interview where he was on Vlad TV discussing the so-called alleged backlash that he got from Lizzo on her speech, his whole defense was, I was born in the 70s. I'm old school. So what are your thoughts on that, Dashia D?
I'm not one to comment on people's looks ever, specifically their bodies. I don't comment on people's bodies. That's just something I don't do. Especially women, because we get enough of that. I will say though that it's almost laughable that Aries is who Aries is if he looks in the mirror.
What do you mean by that? Yeah, go ahead. What do you mean by looking in the mirror?
Because he's not small. He's not a small or fit man. And so
Not
for
small,
him
nor
to
fit.
then, no, neither. And so for him to go on an interview and to body shame somebody, he said she got a pretty face, but her body is just, it's a no. That's his, like, that's fine. That's your preference. No one asked you. No one asked you. I'm sure on Lizzo's worst day, on her worst day, okay, they don't match up. So, like I said, I think it's laughable that Aries Spears has comments on someone else's attractiveness.
Well, I would have to agree on you on that. It was very confusing to me. But at the same time, he is a comedian. I won't say that's an excuse per se, but everything's just a lot more heightened in today's society where you have a lot of folks that'll say things and it'll hold weight. And we're all about trying to uplift, I would say, the Black community a lot more than ever before, but we do still have folks that are tearing down each other, and we all are trying to move forward. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and say when I heard it, I was like, "Oh wow, he really said that." Like he real deal said that, and I'm not gonna say it took me like I was caught off guard by it, but I was extremely confused because it was just like, why are you even voicing that to begin with? What do you have to gain from this exactly? And then his whole thing was that, oh, as soon as he did what he did, he's like, well, you guys shouldn't be concerned because she's a celebrity and really she don't even know you like that. Y'all want to support her, but she don't even know your name for real. She's not giving you no money. She's not doing this, that, and the third for you. And I was just a little taken back because I was just like, dude, like, what's the point of you shaming this woman? Granted, you may have your preference, but there's no need for you to go and say she's built like a what? What did he say she was built like?
I only heard the mashed potatoes part. I
Mashed
don't know.
potatoes.
And the
I'm
poop
sorry.
emoji.
That's wild. That is wild. That is extremely wild. I've heard a lot of stuff in my day, and that is up there. Built like mashed potatoes and built like the poop
Lord forbid
emoji.
somebody got a self-esteem.
Huh?
I said, Lord forbid somebody has a self-esteem.
I'm not gonna lie. I've heard some bad stuff. I just can't believe he voiced that out loud to the public. I've heard people call women that say that they shaped like a gumball machine, shaped like a trash bag. I've heard a lot, but when he said she looked
I,
like mashed potatoes and an emoji, a poop emoji, I was like, ugh.
I don't even think it's a Black thing. I just think that
It's a body
women,
shaming thing.
yeah, I think women are just judged harshly on our bodies. And that's not to say that men don't get it, but we get it 10 times harder when it comes to your body. I think bigger
Uh,
men can get away with being big. They just can.
uh, hmm. I don't know. I wouldn't say all that. I would say that sometimes in some cultures that a heavier man symbolizes wealth because he's eating good per se. In the American culture, this means you're obese. You need to cut some weight, or some
But
people
when
really are
we
into that.
but when
But
we look at it, I feel like there are women there are men who like bigger women, but the women who like bigger men are not dating them in secret or afraid to post them on social media or afraid of what their homeboys will say versus a bigger woman trying to date and her dealing with those types of things. I don't think it's
I
the
don't
same.
know. I think it is. It just depends on who it is. Personally, I mean, I know plenty of people that are dating bigger women, and they're not ashamed. But I mean, it just depends on the person, really. But hey, I mean, it's maybe it's just me and my little world that seems to see all the outliers that are not a part of the
Right.
data that is so-called being shown on social media. Because I see a lot of stuff that social media allegedly doesn't condone or doesn't say says doesn't exist. I see it on a regular basis. So,
Like Lizzo said, I'm winning ho, and Aries is mad, and that's okay. He's not even
but she
relevant
didn't say his
anymore.
name. She didn't say his name.
Who else was talking about her right before the
But
VMAs?
she did not say his name
It
though.
was directed at him and anybody else who sat there and clapped for him and with the stupidity that he was saying. So he's mad, and he's only relevant because he talked about her.
I mean, a lot of folks, other celebrities, are only relevant for a bunch of crazy reasons, but he's getting a lot of notoriety behind it. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, that's interesting. That's interesting. You get notoriety for saying someone looks like a bowl of mashed potatoes, and that's wild. Yeah,
Um, Speaking of people who celebrities judge harshly, King Harris, T.I.'s son, found himself in a pickle. He was pulled
indubitably,
over. He was pulled
indubitably.
over in a car with a young lady. I think she got a warning, but he got 4 charges. No one knows what he was charged for, but he was locked up. Ti made a video this morning saying, "Can y'all please get out my comments telling me I need to talk to my child? How do you not know I haven't spoken to my child? I let him in. His mama know. I know where he's headed, and that is to prison because he's trying to prove I don't know what to who, but he's gonna find himself in prison. And I love him and I pray for him, but I can't do anything else. I've done all I can do as a parent. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, at the end of the day, you can only do it so much. You can't control the actions of somebody. So I understand where he's coming from on that aspect. But at the same time, it's like it's just interesting because the perception, I should say, that a lot of folks think is that, oh, if you got all this money, then you should be living a certain type of way, or you don't have these problems. If even if you're the person with the money, or the adult with the money, or the child with the money, or your parents got money and they giving you some of the money type stuff. So what blows me is that yeah, King went to jail, and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, Ti, what you doing? You got." It's like, and to be honest with you, the root of it all is just that everybody in your family, or somebody, or even the people that are seeing this, has been through in some form or fashion what he is going through as a parent, or what King. This is the angle I'm coming from him as a parent dealing with a child, or the child being the people that are commenting on this, and it's like, you need to take better care of your child. And it's like, what we doing here? Like, people, I mean, my thing is this. I just feel as if though people with money, they also have problems. I don't know what he got arrested for. I mean, like you said, they said it's still unknown. But if he's saying he's gonna end up in jail per se behind all of it, then it's a pause to cause. It's a reason to pause, I should say, because if your father is saying that, he's saying he's done all he can do, then that just means like he's prepared to let him sit the next time he really gets locked up for real behind whatever, which is
I think
crazy.
I think it's sad that we glorify street life, and that's supposed to give you some type of credibility. Like, child, you grew up rich. There's no part of you that is of the streets or from the streets. So why is it that you're trying to prove yourself to who? Like, what is it that you're trying to prove? Like, one minute he was trying to be a rapper, now I guess he just left that alone and now he just doing stupid shit. I don't know. But like on the flip side, his older brother, Damani, raps and is actually good. And he's not talking about a life that he didn't live. I think it is corny to try to act as if you are from the streets and you hood when both of your parents have been rich all of your life.
I mean, that's what sells. You
It
know what I'm
makes
saying?
zero sense.
You know, that's what
You got to go
sells.
silver centers for what?
Yeah, boy said they got the iron on them, ready to
And
lay
he's
them down.
puny. He's so
Huh?
little. He's puny. He's short
Why,
and skinny. Like where you
why you throw
going?
up your pinky like that? You need to stop.
'Cause that's how tiny he is. He's a little kid to me in my mind. He's short and skinny. Come on, man.
Man, you deep over here.
I'm just
That's all I
saying
gotta say.
it's sad, and I think it's more of a boy thing. Like I think y'all have it harder when y'all are growing up to be tough and to act like you about it, and then you end up in very stupid situations for no reason
Well,
at all.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's a boy thing per se. I feel like it's a people thing. Everybody
Street
feels as if
stuff.
the yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that falls more on y'all though than girls. I don't. There's not very many girls who feel like they have to go prove themselves in the street. Does it exist? Yeah, but is that
Okay,
the
that's all I need.
majority?
That's all I need. I need to say no
No,
more. That's all I need.
I'm
That's
just
all I
saying.
need. It
I'm
exists.
just
Yeah.
saying.
Do they be out here? Yeah. Yeah. It'd be just like that. My whole thing is just that, like you said, I mean, people shouldn't have the want to go out there and prove to themselves for a cause that doesn't love them. That cause don't love you. That cause gonna get you locked up, dead. You know what I'm saying? Have your loved ones crying. It's just crazy. It's unfortunate. Like the fact that he even I put it this way. I'll think of it from this perspective before I even jump on it from like that. A lot of these folks that don't realize that what's going on out here is like, listen, you do realize that since you have all this notoriety that you are easily seen as a public figure, and when you do something that is not within the law, you giving these folks a reason to lock you up and put you away as fast as possible because they already know what you look like. So it's like my whole thing is like you got a target on you already because who your daddy is, but then you want to go out here and do whatever, and you think nobody's gonna say anything. You can't go out in public without somebody saying that's Ti's son. You can't go nowhere and do nothing and think you about to get away with it. And 9 times out of 10, what's crazy to me is when they be getting caught up in these situations, they're not out riding around in no Honda Civic. You know what I'm saying? They're out here riding around in an expensive car. And the first thing that comes to mind is like, you knew better. You know good and well when you driving that expensive car, you got a target on your back already. Then when you down the window, they look in the car and they see who it is. Target just got bigger. Come on now.
It's just
It's
annoying.
unfortunate, but it's real. It just reminds me of a story like when I had my car, my Honda, my 99 Honda with some black rims on it. I mean, I ride smooth. You feel me? So I was riding, and then I went past an area, I would say, and I went all the way down the road through the light, and I got pulled over, which is funny because my father was with me at this point, and the man said, you how fast you was going?" And I said, "Huh? When?" He said, "All the way back there by that school. Mind you, now that school is like 4 or 5 miles back. So you mean to tell me I went through I went drove all the miles. You drove through the light, pulled me over, and you gonna ask me questions from almost 5, 10 minutes ago?
I
Come
don't
on,
even
brother."
want to talk. You just triggered something because I just got 3 tickets back to back.
Mm.
I'm not even joking. Three
They see
tickets
me
back to back.
rolling, they
No.
hating,
So
patrolling and trying to get they shit riding dirty.
they
Anyway, I'm
keep
done.
taking pictures of my car on the same road saying that I'm speeding. I called them today and they were like, so the thing is, ma'am, that from the hours of 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., the speed limit changes. Like it changes every hour, the speed limit on this one road that I'm turning on. And so I'm like, so you expect me to know what the speed limit is, pay attention to it the hour that I'm driving on that road. So yeah, I'm about irritated with driving, police officers, tickets, all of it. But anyway,
I mean, yeah, I feel you. Ain't but so much you can do. That's why I'm happy in my little car right now, my factory little rims. Nothing crazy, you
mm,
know. I mean, I
Also,
like cars with rims, but it's a lot of maintenance too. So
I
I'm
was going to
cool
say
after that.
also as far as the TI part, that does make me feel for parents because parents, all you can do is try to teach your kids right from wrong, talk to them, guide them. But also, Ti has made some poor decisions in his life that his kids know about, and it's kind of hard to say do as I say and not as I do because your
Yeah,
child has some of you in them.
yeah, but it's just crazy because a lot of folks do stuff, and then when their kids become of age, now it's just like you don't think I'm about to look up what you did, if you did anything. Because you got to think about it, curiosity kills the cat, and a lot of these kids, what they do is they go Google a lot growing up. Because now, because see, when we were growing up, the internet wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Facebook was just blowing up really, really. But now you got access to everything where you can just plug that bad boy in and you can see stuff. I'm telling you, everybody a detective now. If you really want to find out information on somebody,
right.
it's out there. If
Um,
it's there, if it's there, it's gonna be found.
I hope not to ever find out anything weird about my parents, so I'll keep that there.
Yeah, don't go Googling. You might find something you don't want to see. Well, well.
Yeah, no. So in more positive news, Biden
Yeah.
is trying to help us out. He's trying to help our pockets out. Okay, he said that he's going to forgive $10,000 of your student loans if you don't have a Pell Grant, and 20,000 if you do. I already forgave my loans a long time ago, so
What loans?
student loans.
what,
I
what
personally
loans?
forgave them a long
I don't
time
know what you're
ago.
talking about. The Lord has blessed me. I
Yeah,
have
no.
no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, I saw that. That was nice. I suppose. Was it enough?
They need to just erase it. They need to
At
just
this
let
point,
it go.
because what's going on? Well, it's that whole push and pull type deal where he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna give you 10,000, and I might give you a little 20,000 if you did that over there." But then the whole craziness behind it is you got folks that are not going to take advantage of it. Reason being is because a lot of folks, some folks, I'm not saying a lot, some folks are not realizing that you have to log on during this month at some point or another, fill out a form and turn the form in to get stuff forgiven. And you know what's gonna be crazy? The crazy part is people are not gonna fill out that piece of paper. You hear me? They
I
are
got my
not
link
gonna fill out
today.
that piece of paper. You hear me? They're gonna see that piece of paper, they gonna look at that piece of paper, and they're not gonna turn that piece of paper in.
That's on
Why?
them.
Why you ask me? Because the first thing they're gonna say in their mind is that's too much. It's too much. Too much. Too much. Come on, dog.
Yeah,
Too much.
they need to. And I saw some people were a little salty who paid him off, like people, older folks who paid it
Oh, they
off.
was hot. People was
I'm
hot.
like, first of all, when y'all went to college, it was 75 cents per class. Please stop.
Oh,
Please
no,
stop.
no, 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 no. I'm not talking about them older folks like that. I'm talking about the folks that like are on age with us, around our age group, like around the 30s to the 40s, right here in that area. Boom, 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 bang, power, right there. There've been a lot of folks that have been paying a lot of money to take advantage of these, deferments or whatnot, getting pushed back. And they definitely put out a lot of money towards it and paid them off. I know a lot of folks that paid them off and they feel some type of way because it's like, well, dang, I could have saved a little bit of money,
But
but at the
there's
same
the
time, it's dealt with. Like you shouldn't feel good, better, or indifferent. I mean, you should feel better about it. You shouldn't feel indifferent about it or bad because you already handled what you needed to handle. And don't get me wrong, I understand where some of the animosity could come from. Yeah, you could use a couple more dollars in your pocket, but I'm pretty sure since you paid them off, you are getting those couple of more dollars.
Well, I was going to say I can't think of the name of the form, but one of my coworkers told me about it today. For those people who have paid it off, you can fill out that form and get a check back.
And guess
So
what?
they don't
And
have to
guess what?
necessarily lose the money.
I will say it again. They will see that form and they will
Well,
not fill out that. Matter of fact, they will see that form. They will print out that form and they will look at that form and they will not turn it in. And
I
they will not
mean,
turn that
that's on
form in.
them. With the way that this gas is set up, groceries are set up, groceries are getting worse.
Well, first off, the
Um,
government is getting all their money back in all forms and fashions if nobody's paying attention These sales taxes and little tax here, little tax there, little air tax, little breathe, look this way tax. Them man, they taxing. It's out there. It's crazy because right now it's like okay, gas going down, but groceries going up, and it's all fluctuating across the board. Everything that you buy is being taxed, and people, all right, you better pay attention. That bread, remember when you bought bread? It used to be real low then.
Yeah,
Look at
everything
bread
is
now.
expensive.
And that's what be making me think. When I be like, you mean to tell me y'all used to purchase this stuff for 10 cents, 75 cents, around a dollar? I was around, I was alive when it was like a dollar something for some bread, a loaf.
Yeah.
I was around for it. I don't know what happened. And then don't get me started on
And
eggs.
rent.
Don't ooh. Let's not
Rent
say that
is
word. Let's not say the R word. Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um
rent's getting out of hand. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's crazy. Even in places that you would think don't have a lot of people, that rent is kissing $1,000 everywhere or over, like over for single bedrooms. Like
yeah.
it's wild out here. It is wild. Like you be thinking, oh, I can move here, and there's really nobody living out here. Think again. You're gonna pay this money. They will
Yeah.
get it back from you, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate because you would think that okay, people are going to work with me because I'm only making this income and I'm going to make this. But see, now it's like a lot of these places are want your pay stubs. They want to know all this information about you, and then if you can't afford it, they're just not going to approve you. That's the new norm. I'm seeing a lot of old apartment complexes like shifting towards
Yeah.
is that like they will decline you and deny you for you can't won't even be approved. Because I still had a situation where I moved out of a place when I was in college, and these folks still trying to say to this day that everybody that lived up in there owes money. But see, I'm too smart for that. That's why I kept the email, see, because we done paid all that off. It's all the way back since 2017. And they trying to say we owe money. And we get denied. Everybody that lived there always gets denied initially when they applied for an apartment to live in. It's
That's
wild
weird.
out here. Yeah, because it's a alleged apartment complex keeps in the system saying, "Oh, you guys owe us money." No, we don't. Believe me, I got it saved and ready to go. I recently had to send it to one of the people that I lived with back in college because he was like he couldn't get approved for a spot because they tried to say he owed money. I said, "Nah, bro. Here's the account number, the place, all that right here, paid in full in 2017. What year is it? Dang near 2023.
Don't
Come
remind
on
me.
now.
10 years almost from high school.
Come on
Woo!
now.
Touching
Come on
30.
now. Who? Shoot, man. You see me.
Where we the same age.
You see me. You
Other
see me.
things that happened in the news that we didn't bother to talk about because why? Kanye West is harassing the Kardashian family and Pete, and Nick Cannon is on his 10th and 11th child.
That boy
Yeah.
going for the NBA squad, boy. That boy got
I
starters,
truly don't even
bench,
care anymore.
reserves.
Yeah, I truly don't even care anymore about the whole Nick Cannon thing. Do you? I mean,
We
like,
mean do.
what?
I mean, we mean do him. I mean, the man feel like he doing what he doing, and a lot
It's
of people are approving
irresponsible.
of it. A lot of people saying it's like a lot of people are approving it. I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
That's
That
why I
takes a
said.
lot of.
That's why I said those other things in the news that are happening, but I could care less to talk about them because Kanye gonna be Kanye, and Nick Cannon gonna be Nick Cannon, a Libra man. And on that note, thank you for joining us.
Oh,
I have been Dashia D.
and it's been JStan.
Join us every Friday at noon.
And always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We're coming back. New
Yeah.
content on the way. Get ready. Tune in
Subscribe,
every week and
like,
subscribe. Comment,
share,
man.
comment,
Talk to me. Check our comments out, man. We got
because we
people
will
in
comment
there.
back.
You feel me? Let's go.
We've had a
Let's
few verified
go.
accounts comment on our page. So,
Let's go, man. Talk to me.
all right.